We got a go signal, so we should be live in action. Hoping this short video will be of class will be posted on time. But they're not doing that for some reason. So don't blame Mr. French. You're going to. That was another class. Okay, today's quote number 18 for everybody. The ropes can be stretched far enough for forgiveness. There's always a way to stretch a rope, regardless of how you feel. I've had that issue, and at the time I didn't. I got to tell you the story, and it affected my daughter, not my stepdaughter, and her athletic ability, and it took me a long time in my stubbornness and not being where I should be with God at the time, and this was probably 35 years ago. Forgive somebody that I knew really well. I actually babysitted their kids with my kid, and we were really close, and I really was hurt. And I realized later that forgiving myself and forgiving them really made a difference. So if you're ever in that position, it's really tough to do sometimes, but it needs to be done. Okay, today is a memory check question day. You people on the video, the notes in these questions for this class will not be due till Friday. The reason is Wednesday when we come back, we need to go through some more stuff on this chapter 6 and a little more in depth before we finish. So I'm putting it out a little bit further, but I wanted to give you a day where I know you have other classes, but you could sit here and you could actually get this done if you choose to and not waste your time. Catch up on your notes. Anything else? Just keep that in mind. I'm going to read these questions a couple times, and then I'll post them on the bulletin board site for the class. And so you guys won't need to write them down that you're here. I'll give you a copy since you're here. That'll speed it up for you. Okay, it says, the New Republic Experiment, Chapter 6, American Thought. Define or explain each of these. It's either a term, a person, or a statement, or something about American history that we've been looking at. So, here's the first question. Letters from a farmer in Pennsylvania. What is that? It says again, define or explain. And it's right out of the textbook. This one is. It's not out of my notes. You might have to search for it. But again, I'm going to read these to you and then read them a second time, and then we'll go from there. Letters from a farmer in Pennsylvania. So you can imagine it's probably a pamphlet, a book, or a letter. 2, define or explain. Be very careful here. The Articles of Confederation. You don't need to write them out, but there was a forerunner, and then there was the final edition. This says Articles of Confederation. That would mean the final edition. Who? What? What was it about? 3, what is the meaning of sovereignty of the states? We talked about that with British Parliament, but not the states. So what does that mean? 4, by 1781, we added a lot, but we added some new branches to the government. How many? Write them out. List them. This is the start of what we have now, but 5, Northwest Ordinance and the Land Ordinance. They're two separate things, but They're about land, both of them, but they're two separate things. Explain them. 6, explain what the nationalists were. Okay? It starts out the republic government, and there's some nationalists that were labeled this for a reason. What were they? 7, what was known as the diplomatic, trouble with this word, humiliation? Say it for me, quick. Being Humil, sorry, Hannah, Iation. Yes, I cannot say that word. What is that? Why? What is it? Why? I'll try it one more time. Diplomatic humiliation. Okay, I'll go through a little faster this time. Like I said, I will type these out and post them on the bulletin board. People have a little advantage today working here. You'll get a hard copy. 1, explain what the letters from a farmer in Pennsylvania, what were they about? 2, Articles of Confederation. You don't have to list all the articles, just what is it and what does it stand for. If you want to take the time, you can. 3, what is the meaning of sovereignty of the states? Now, everything's been pushed over to states and not colonies now. We're calling them states. By 1781, number 4, we added some new branches to the government. What were they? 5, Northwest Ordinance and the Land Ordinance. They're different things, but they do involve land. But what are they? They're different. 6, what is nationalists? And it's a part of the republic government, but they represented something. And we're going to get different things as we progress here, different types of Democrat, Republic, Whig, you know, the old British terms, a Whig and a Tory. Okay, and number 7, the one I had trouble pronouncing, what was known as diplomatic humiliation? That was closer. So sorry. I've had this trouble before on words in the past. I just cannot solve that. It's not because I'm stupid. All right. Again, Wednesday we will continue on some more discussion and notes for chapter 6. So don't turn them in yet. And you got these questions that I will post later today. And those two things, your notes and your questions, will be due Friday. I'm hoping Wednesday we'll get everything pretty much done with chapter 6. That's the aim. Okay. All right, you may turn the camera off before my batteries die. They're blinking. I still have voice. Yeah, at the beginning, I think I did. If you didn't see the quote up here, video people, I think I read it, but the ropes can be stretched far enough for forgiveness. Quote number 18. Bye-bye.